probably be the first one I ever sold. No, I sold an old 51 pickup at an auction sale. Most money I ever made on a car. Vehicle. I bought it for $800 in 1951, sold it for $2,600 in 2000.
I had it built.
Dean Bartell, Dick Murray, nice meeting you.
Dick Murray, please meet you.
Nice to talk to you.
Thank you.
Your son came down and grabbed it. Do you know what color that is?
Tucson tan.
That's your word for it.
I think that's what he said it
May
was.
not be one.
Bittersweet.
You might be.
It's orange to me.
Might be the only one. I don't know.
They call that bittersweet.
Oh, you're here. You're not that. You don't own that guy there. I thought you were his son. No, that guy is.
I'm just standing around listening.
Oh.
They're paying me to talk to people.
You got in on my conversation. I didn't mean to listen to that conversation, but anyway.
All right. For those of you who are just getting here, we want to thank you once again for attending our Bloomington Gold Survivor event here at the beautiful Pheasant Run Resort. It is a spectacular day. We have a spectacular array of Survivor automobiles. Our evaluators are out right now, taking a look at these cars and rating them in one of 4 different categories. In case you're not familiar with the way the cars are classified, a car which is at least 40 years old and 90% unrestored, 9% factory new condition is the highest level. That is Zenith, and there are Zenith level cars here today. We will find out later on during the presentation ceremonies. The next class is Fingerprint Award. Those cars are 75% original unrestored cars, factory new condition, and are at least 30 years old. Then we have the Survivor class. Those cars are at least 20 years old and must remain 50% unrestored, 50% factory new condition. And there's a very special category, limited, which can take one particular section of the car. Could be the interior, could be the exterior, under the hood, the chassis, and if that meets Survivor standards, that would receive the limited certification. But there's one gentleman here that I wanted to talk to because it's an extremely unique situation to have a 1954 Chevrolet Bel Air sitting on a show field and have the original owner bringing the car all the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that's what Dean Bartell has done. And Dean, that is a long ride with the 54 Chevy. Did you drive it or did you tow it?
Well, I brought my son along to spell me in driving, you see, so we drove it 810 miles to get here.
You know what the problem is? The longer I talk to you, pretty soon I'm going to be sounding like you.
There's nothing the matter with that.
I figured you'd say that. No flies on this guy. You are the original owner. Tell us about the date about that car.
Well, it is the spring of 54. I've owned this car going on 58 years, and I traded a 4-door Ford for this Chevrolet and gave $1,300 to boot at that time. My salary was only about $2,000 a year, so that's pushing my credit level a little bit, you know. But
yeah, you still don't have the payment book. It's paid off by now, right?
it's yeah, barely. Just had it paid for a few years ago. That's good. So that's about the story of it. I've always tried to take care of it. Never did decide to sell it. I just had to have something to drive, so I drove it. Finally retired it after about all these years of mileage driving it, and it's got 158,000 miles on it. And I'm just proud to be here to show it off to somebody. You can drive a car longer than most people drive one today, you see, if you take care of it.
You didn't sell this car, but would you sell it?
I'd have to have more than I gave for it.
But is there a lot of sentimental value with this car?
There is a lot of sentimental value with this car. I've spent a lot of time washing salty snow water out from under the fenders not to have any rust. I've changed them all every 1,000 miles when they used to change the oil filter every 1,000 miles for so many years. And yes, my son drove it up here today, and he's 2 years older than he is, and he's throwing up all over the seat covers there in the front, you know, and that sort of thing.
We don't have to know about that.
All right, but the thing of it is, it's real. Everything's real. It's find me something that is real on that thing, and I'll take back my word on it. You know, it's about 98%. I think I told it when I'm registered about 98% pure Chevrolet.
Do you sometimes wonder if the Ford that you traded into the Chevy is still alive, or it's gone to its great reward by now?
It's going to its great reward because I traded it to a Ford mechanic, you see. The Chevrolet mechanic who just, he wanted to get rid of a Ford, and I needed a Chevrolet, so I traded him a Ford for this Chevrolet.
No trouble coming out, 800 miles and effortless driving in the Chevy.
No, it's humiliating when you drive down the road and you can't pass somebody. We drove about 55, 60 miles an hour, and you know, we passed 2 vehicles. One of them wouldn't have been trying to run over the other, we wouldn't have passed 2, it'd only been 1. See? So anyway, we've lost an awful lot of cars go by us, rear seats, the company truck, people are trucking, freighting stuff for, you know, and cars. But very few people honk their horns when they go by. They hear just another car, and that's all right. That's all right. We're free to do that.
That is not just another car. Thanks so much for bringing it to the event today, and good luck going home with it.
You betcha. It's a genuine privilege to be here, and my pleasure.
All right, thanks, Steve.
You betcha. Thank you. Glad you came by. We used to run about 62 miles an hour through, you know, just getting older, and we just decided to soften up a little bit on it. I think we can drive at 62 miles an hour still, you know, just flat out. My transmission is getting more rally, you know, but never done anything to the transmission. It shifts gear to 9 miles an hour, you couldn't spin the wheels on ice. You know, just,
That's funny. Has the judge been over yet?
No, they haven't. No, they haven't. They started over here and they're going that way and come back over here. It is something that I thought everybody needed to see. You just don't need a new car every year if you take care of what you have. You see, just take care of what you have. I've never been flush with money. I started teaching in 1952 and $2,000 a year. $2,000 a year, and when I was getting $2,200 a year, and we traded that car.
With all that windfall, step up a little bit.
Yeah, really got up in style. Power glide. Yes, I took them and brought them back too. Yeah. We had a notion to name one of them Amber because she's darn near born between the red and green lights. Barely got the hospital, I'll tell you what.
Is this your dad?
Yeah.
That's great. Your video?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That was too, in case nobody...
Oh, okay.
See you again.
Yep. Thanks, Bill.
Okay, thanks. Enjoyed listening to you.
Appreciate that. People can
That was good. That was real special.
Yeah.
Very special.
My daddy, my grandpa was a preacher, and one of them was a cattle buyer, so it's a good combination.